Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/TrueOffMyChest, where OP's family did something truly unforgivable. Let's begin. I haven't seen my family in 2 years because they covered up my brother's affair with my wife. Am I obligated to reconcile or not? Posted by Reddit user Dark Roleplayer.
So, I'm still receiving letters passed on from a friend of mine who knows my family, and they're asking and sometimes demanding I reconcile with them. Basically, I had a wife. I committed myself to this woman for 7 years. I loved her. I allowed her to live with me rent-free while she studied, and I supported both of us at times while she could pursue her passions. Long story short, I found out she was having an affair with my brother, and that some of my family knew. I was heartbroken. I knocked my brother out, and packed my things and left and have been living elsewhere, far away from them. I fucking hate all of them. At times my aunt would harass me with calls demanding I return because families stick together. You must reconcile with your brother, God demands it. My mother would be understanding at first, but then became like my aunt, telling me I'm harming my family.
That's stupid! You're stupid! Stop being stupid!
I asked her why should I come back knowing that she knew all along this was happening and didn't tell me, and she didn't have an answer, she just continued to demand I come back. I fucking hate my family. I've also lost friends as they took my family's side. I fucking can't fathom every one of my family, and some of my old friends can tell me that I'm just supposed to come back and accept what happened because I need to support my family. Families stick together, and I'm tearing my family apart. Do they even realize what they've done? Do they even have self-awareness? Anyway, I don't know if I'm just purely autistic here and I'm missing the point and I'm somehow obligated to continue to go back to my family through thick and thin, but I seriously don't see how I'm in the wrong here. I used to provide financial support to my family, but now that is gone. I see no reason to support them, and I don't give a shit if they cannot pay their bills. Update. Hi guys. JFC, I didn't expect this to get so many responses. Someone made me aware that a TikTok video including this post got 1 million views. That's insane. This is overwhelming to think that the world knows about this. I thank you all for your support because I assumed I'd get a lot of backlash from people, but it's good to know that I'm not insane. The reactions have given me a lot of faith in people. I guess I just assumed everyone was like my family and old friends. How wrong I was. I now realize you don't have to be blindly devoted to your family. I never expected this many views, and it's weird to think the world knows about it. It's kind of anxiety-inducing in a way. A couple y'all have been messaging me asking for more info. I read the comments, so please ask there, and I may respond. I don't want to give away too much info to maintain my privacy. Hope you understand. Hope all you who are in a similar situation realize you are valuable as an individual and it's not just about family. Thanks again, OP. P.S. I suppose this isn't really an update, but there's no more news I can really give. Sorry if this is a disappointment. I'm doing better now thanks to you guys.
OP, just cut them out of your life. Why haven't you blocked them all already? They just miss your money and the financial support that you provide, not you. They're probably just having trouble paying the bills. That's why they're adamant about the family sticking together. Anyways, I'm so glad that you're doing much better now. Good luck, man. Don't let them back in your life. And now for today's second story. My cheating ex-girlfriend suddenly started calling me again. Posted by Reddit user JBucks.
Hi all. I guess I need some advice. I was cheated on by an ex-girlfriend over 3 years ago during my senior year of college. I dumped her and went hard no contact, and unfollowed all social media. Years went by of me doing what I needed to do to heal and to hopefully forgive but never forget. Because the anger I held was honestly making me physically and mentally sick. Anyway, something has been occurring very sparingly over the last I would say year to year and a half. She calls me once every couple of months or so to talk about her life and to ask about mine. I keep things cordial and at arm's length with her. To preface, the initial phone calls were heavily slanted with her talking about how she was sorry for the way she hurt me. Forgive and forget. Then the calls slowly started to shift toward her making statements like I've changed, hinting at the infidelity but not explicitly talking about it. I also avoid talking about it as I am very serious about, forgiving and forgetting. Anyway, each phone call that sparingly seems to ramp up from her side specifically, example, flirting, talking about some of the good times when we dated. talking about how all her friends are getting married, talking to me about what she wants in a partner without being explicit, just talking, I guess, from a value perspective. She has recently asked me to be her +1 at a friend's wedding as well. Some background here: over these last years she is always the one who calls me. I never call her. She also always suggests for us to hang out but has flaked last minute on numerous occasions. I was only able to meet her once, but it was very difficult. And I only talked to her for like 15 minutes in an informal setting, then I had to leave because she was on lunch from work. For more context, I now live 15 hours from her and she still asked for me to be her +1 at the wedding. I guess my question to you all is there some kind of hidden motive for these phone calls? I don't know, it feels like she is using me as an emotional phone tampon. Please excuse my language. I'm in general very confused about the why she would be doing this. All inputs greatly appreciated, and next actions for me to take if any. Update: just wanted to say thanks for all of the advice. All of your wisdom has shined a clear path for me to take. Thank you and Godspeed, internet strangers. I love you all.
OP, you damn donut, you are getting played. Anyways, I want you to listen to these 2 comments by other Reddit users.
Hi OP, sorry, I am going to be blunt. Stop the contact, it is not good for you. Next time she calls, tell her you are not going to be her +1. Tell her that it is good she has changed, but she must remember you will never forget. Tell her you do not see any advantages in keeping in contact with her, so you want this to be the last call ever and expect to never hear from her again. Wish her all things good in life. She's breadcrumbing, trying to draw you back in, and even if you don't get back together, she's getting her thrills out of you. She flakes because she gets some kind of joy out of toying with you. Block her and keep her blocked, period. Mr. Big Bull is a better person than I am for wishing her all things happiness in life. They deserve not a second more of happiness.
My girlfriend is asexual. I am not. Posted by Reddit user Altacounta.
We've been dating for a bit over 3 years now and we've known she's asexual for a little over 2. It's something we figured out together and I've been supportive of it. I've never tried to push sex on her or guilt her into it, and we've had a bunch of conversations about how her boundaries and how we can manage my sexual needs within those boundaries. She is, or maybe was now, a sex positive rather than sex repulsed asexual, so while she wasn't able to get aroused as easily, we used to have a somewhat active sex life. She's also got vaginismus, so penetration never was or will be on the table. For the first few years we made that work by just sticking to oral and hands. The issue is that over the past few years what little drive she had has been lost. We used to use kink to add excitement for her, but everything we tried would only work for a short while. After a while she ended up doing things with me that she didn't really want to do because she felt obligated. It really spoiled the idea of sex with a petter. Now she can only get off if she's masturbating with no distractions, and all I can really do with her sexually is masturbating while touching her and some forms of outercourse. I have no intention of ending this relationship because it's absolutely the best I've been in, even with the sex problem. It just hurts knowing that in order to be in it, I have to accept that I'm not going to be satisfied sexually, nor wanted sexually again. It also just feels like such a huge thing to give up at a really young age. I miss the feeling of being wanted like that. It feels lonely in a way that I wasn't prepared for. We have had a lot of conversations about this, so don't worry about communication being an issue. It kind of was in the past, but it's better now. I'm making the Reddit post on her suggestion because it's a difficult conversation to have with other people in my life, and it's hard to be fully honest with her without feeling like I'm complaining or begging, I guess. TLDR. I'm deep into a good relationship with a really big downside of no sex, and that's a sacrifice I wasn't fully aware I was making when I got into it. Now it's kind of hard to cope with, and the idea of giving it up so young hurts, as does the feeling that it's immature to be so bothered by it.
OP, if this is the best relationship you've ever had, then I feel incredible pity for you. Listen here, young man. Sometimes in life, we have to break up with someone who we really like because there's just an incompatibility that cannot be overcome. And it's not immature for that incompatibility to be about sex. You are having these doubts for a reason, and deep down, you already know what to do.
Why are
are you still here?
Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.